from Flux. In this video, I'm going to go through all of our February updates. Now, February was a very, very busy month. Even though it's a shorter month than all of the other months of the year, it was packed full of lots of projects, lots of things happening on the blog and the channel. And also, I have some announcements later on in the video that I'm going to share with you of a really fun event that's coming up. So I literally have a huge pile of stuff on my lap. There were all the finished projects from the month of February, and I didn't realize how many of them that we made together. So I will put all the links down below, and you can check out the full written instructions and the full video tutorial if you missed any of these. So let's start with the first one, and that is this wreath that I have here behind me. I thought I'd hang it up and have it in the video the whole time because it's just so cute. This was done with some hot pink faux fur around Valentine's Day, but I think it would be really cute in a kid's room or a play area, as well as Valentine decor as well. But this was just made in just a few minutes with some faux fur yarn wrapped around a wreath form, and I kind of repurposed a wreath form. So check out that tutorial. That was a really fun project to make. The next thing, there were quite a few Valentine's projects this year because I really love making things for Valentine's Day. And that was this rustic hearts garland. And a lot of you made these and shared them with me, but this is some burlap ribbon and some twine that I used. And then I made these cute little one round hearts in classic red and put one on each little pendant flag. So that's a really fun project as well. And you can really make this with more flags, if you will, but really cute garland to celebrate the season. And with St. Patrick's Day coming up, you could also make the same project with some shamrocks. And I have a one round shamrock pattern as well that I can share, and you can add these to their, for that holiday as well. So that was a fun project. The other very specifically Valentine's project that I made was this faux fur cowl. How fun is this? And we kept it super duper easy. As you can see, it's this big fluffy cowl in the same hot pink as the wreath. I really was having a lot of fun with this yarn this month, as you can tell. And then it has some drawstrings with some one round hot pink hearts on them as well. So this is a really fun and festive cowl, and it's very squishy and fluffy and fuzzy. But we did keep it really, really simple by working into the spaces so that you just have to feel for those spaces and not really need to worry about the stitches. I shared some tips for working with faux fur yarn as well, and all of those can be found on both the channel and the blog. And again, I'll put the links down below for all of these things I'm sharing with you. The next project was, I still had all my hot pink yarn out for Valentine's Day, but I was feeling like some springy type projects were in order too, because, you know, Valentine's Day is right in the middle of winter and we all could use a little springtime. So this was an embroidery hoop wreath that I made called the Rose Bouquet Embroidery Hoop Wreath. And I made some light pink and hot pink rosettes and some one round leaves. It's kind of like a one round theme this month. And we just simply hot glued these to an embroidery hoop, something you might use for cross stitch and projects like that, and then just a little ribbon loop on the top of that. And this is like a really fun little project, and you can just put it anywhere. You can really use any size embroidery hoop you like. So that was a fun project too. The last project that I wanted to share with the whole pink Valentine's theme was this scarf, which was very, very popular on the channel this month. And I thank you all so much for your kind comments, likes, hearts, and everything. This was called the Heart You Scarf. This was some really beautiful lace, and I know a lot of you enjoyed making the raspberry tweed shawl. So I used the same stitch but made it into scarf form, and we used Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. So I really allowed the yarn to do all this tonal work for me, and it was a really fun project. And again, I appreciate all of your kind comments about this project, and I hope you enjoyed making this as well. If you made any of these projects, please share below. I'd love to hear about them. Also, let me just do a little digging here. I have a big pile here. I was a little bit on a wreath kick from our faux fur wreath, where is it? It ran off. Our embroidery hoop wreath over here. And also I made this rustic farmhouse wreath. Now this one was more of a I guess you could call it like a yarn craft, because we took some really fuzzy, fluffy yarn and wove in between a wreath form. We went over and under all the way around this wreath. I added a burlap bow and the same twine that we used for our rustic hearts garland. I used to make the little hanging loop because it all matched. And this is a really pretty kind of year-round neutral project. And I just had a lot of fun with this, just weaving. And so if you'd like to see more yarn craft type tutorials, let me know in the comments below as well. And moving right along, two things I shared very, very recently after Valentine's Day, when we're kind of getting away from the hearts and the red and the pink, were some other pieces. This is, let me just get it straightened out here. This is called the Sparkling Waters Wrap. This is a beautiful teal shawl. And again, this one was very well received on the channel, and I thank you for that as well. This is made with some really pretty treble crochet fans and in a nice wool, a Knit Picks wool. And it is really easy to make, just some simple stitches, some treble crochets, some chains, some single crochets, things like that. But this is a really pretty project to take you from winter into spring, and I had a lot of fun making this one. Another project that I shared recently was the rustic tweed button cowl. This is a cowl that I made. I'm trying to hold it so it looks like there's somebody wearing it. But this is a cowl that I made. It's almost like a stitch that looks woven. We used post stitches for this and some wood buttons and some really pretty, again, this was Knit Picks as well, but this was kind of like a mineral blue tweed and a green tweed and like a taupe brown tweed. And when you use post stitches, you almost get like a stitchy kind of woven look in there. And this is a really versatile cowl. You can button in a lot of different ways. You can kind of flip it over, make it almost like a shirt collar. And I'll put the link down below for that, because I shared a lot of photos on how to style this cowl, all the different ways you can wear this cowl. So I also wanted to mention that both of these projects, the Sparkling Waters Wrap and the Rustic Tweed Button Cowl, were both in past issues of I Like Crochet magazine. And they now also have permanent homes on the Flux blog and YouTube channel. So I love working with that magazine, and I publish in there every so often. But it's nice to bring them to the blog and the channel and share them with all of you as well. So those are two projects that were just recently shared, and I appreciate, again, all your comments and lovely things that you say about these projects. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. I always in my updates share the latest knit crate. So I grabbed it right here, and I did a full unboxing and shared all the details about the yarn and the patterns and everything. But I wanted to share with you the yarn this month. It's like shades of aqua and green. It has like a kind of like a mermaid vibe going on. I really like it. And the theme in their booklet, which is kind of new, they're doing like a full color booklet now, is let me just turn to the page. It's called Good Vibes Only, and it's like a feel good kind of crate. And they have blue in there this month and the green that I have. So check that out. And if you use the code FLUX20, that's FLUX20, you can get 20% off your crate. So check that out. And again, the link to that will be down below. You can get all the details about the crate. And so the next thing I wanted to share is I have these balls of yarn that have a gray, a white, like a seafoam green, and a bright blue. And that is because I am playing around with this new yarn from Red Heart, and I've pulled it apart already, so I can't show you, but it's like a little, like a disc, like a little short yarn cake, and you pull it apart and you wind it into balls. But I was trying out the narwhals, the two little narwhals. I don't know if you can see them in this photo, but there's a cute gray one and a green one. So I'm going to share my review of this. This is new yarn called Red Heart Amigurumi, and one of these yarn cakes that I have taken apart here makes two amigurumis. So that's really fun, and I'm really excited to try them. I have my yarn balls wound. You can go on the, let me grab it, on the fiber, or the Fiber Flux, the Red Heart site, and print the pattern. The pattern is free, and it takes you step by step, every little part and piece of this pattern, and they're actually named Ned and Norman. How cute is that? And they tell you how to do the whole entire project. So I will share, as I make these narwhals, I will share with you my progress and how they looked in the finished product and everything like that. So that takes us to, since we're talking about some new yarns, I wanted to also tell you I have a work in progress. This is another new yarn from Red Heart. So many of you may know this already. I'm not sure how many of you know, but I am on their blogging team, on the Joy Creators blogging team on Red Heart, so that I get to share a lot of yarn with you, and you notice that I use Red Heart quite a bit. So this is a new yarn from them called Sweet Home. This is like a chenille yarn. It's a super bulky 6, so it's very plushy and thick. And I got some of this really pretty, kind of like a steel blue color. So I'm already working on a project, and I just wanted to show you a little sneak peek. Maybe you can guess what it is. Okay, so I have been working on this project, and I don't know if I can fit the whole thing, but here's part of it. And it just works up so nice. It's so plushy and soft, and I can't wait to start using it because it's so squishy and warm, and it's perfect for those winter months and then those early spring months where it's still very chilly. So this will be done soon, and I'll be sharing it on the Flux blog and channel in just a few weeks. I'm still working on it and putting some finishing touches, but I never can wait to show you the finished project. I always have to show you sneak peeks of things. I share a lot of sneak peeks on Instagram as well. So if you're not following me on Instagram and you like to see sneak peeks, definitely check that out as well. And one more thing I wanted to share. Now, I am going to do a separate video on this, but as you may know, March is National Crochet Month. So I love to celebrate National Crochet Month in a kind of a different way each year. Sometimes we've done giveaways, sometimes we do different projects and things. This year, I want to celebrate it by doing a series. So we're going to do like a Learn to Crochet series, and I'm going to feature Red Heart Dreamy for my projects. I've used this yarn for some other projects in the past, and it's a really fun fuzzy yarn, and you use a K-hook with this, so it stitches up pretty fast, which is great for beginners because you get, when you're a beginner, you kind of want that instant gratification, that first project or those first couple of projects. But we're going to be using Red Heart Dreamy. When the series launches on March 1st is when I'm going to kind of do the intro to the series. I'm going to talk about some yarn substitutions as well. And just as a side note, Red Heart with Love also is a similar weight and would work very, very well for all the projects. So if you want to go digging around in your yarn stash like I like to do, you might want to just keep that in mind. But we're going to be using this yarn, and my series is going to be a new pattern every Monday in the month of March. So what we're going to do is use the same yarn, the same size hook, but we're going to make 4 different projects. And those projects will teach you all the basics of crochet. So that being said, a lot of you who watch the Flux channel already know how to crochet, but maybe you want to brush up on your skills. Maybe you need some fast, easy projects for gifts. Maybe you want to stock up your shop or something like that. But these are going to be designed for teaching people how to crochet, brushing up on your skills, or if you're like me, I absolutely love a good, easy project. So these kind of projects are just things I really love to make as well. So we're going to be making a scarf, we're going to be making a cowl, we're going to be making a hat, and we're going to be making a throw. So each Monday in the month of March, we're going to be making some different projects, and each project is designed to get increasingly more challenging. None of them will be hard, I'll just say that right now, but they're going to get increasingly challenging with more skills each time. And they're also going to, each one will have a little bit of a different skill. So our scarf, we're going to work flat, learn how to do some easy stitches and some fringe. Our cowl will teach us how to crochet in the round. Our hat will teach us some simple ribbing and also pom-poms. And the throw that we're going to make will teach you how to change colors. It will teach you some more stitches, some more basic stitches. And we're also going to learn how to do some tassels. So we're going to be fitting a lot of skills, a lot of beginner skills into these 4 projects. And I'm going to do kind of like a launch video on Friday, March 1st, so this Friday. And you'll learn all about how to make all of these projects. So I'll just give you a sneak peek. I use these, this is the aqua that I have here. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is a cowl that we're going to be working on. So, and I actually have, now it has to get some stuff added to it, but this is the scarf we'll be working on. So we're going to be using some pretty colors. So stay tuned for the launch video because I'm going to go into the supplies in a little bit more detail and some of the projects in a little bit more detail. So I hope you can join us for that. It's just fun and easy. Even if you're a veteran crochet and you've been doing this for many, many years, it's still fun and easy projects, which I love because they're just so relaxing and easy to do. So those are all of my February updates. Thank you so much, as always, for all your likes and your comments. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please hop on and do that. And I will put all the links for all of these things that I've shared today down below. So there'll be quite a few links because we had a action-packed video this time. But thanks as always, and if you haven't yet subscribed, definitely subscribe, and I will see you in the next update in March. Bye, everyone!